Hello, I'm Dr. Ian Clements. I'm not an MD, I'm a PhD. I'm a retired academic researcher who has cancer and who spent the last 3.5 years researching into all aspects of cancer, and so I have evolved certain important pieces of information which enabled me to exceed my expected time of death by a factor of 4. I wish to share this with you so that you can perhaps also extend your life just as I did. I'm talking to you today about how to survive longer if you have cancer or a loved one. This is independently of any of the clinical treatments which you may have. It won't interfere with them, it will support them, and it will reduce any side effects of that. If a person has cancer, then there are two things that are important. First is the clinical treatment. That's in the hands of the GP and of the consultants and experts. And the second, equally important, is your own personal healthiness. Clearly, if you're not very healthy, you will tend to probably die earlier. If you are pretty healthy, you'll probably live longer. All this is well established, that people who are looking after themselves well live longer. How do you know if you are really well or not? There's several ways of measuring this, and it would be worthwhile to check these for yourself. First, how much exercise are you doing each day? Should be a minimum of half an hour's pretty brisk walking, up to maybe, say half an hour of actual jogging. Then there are other very simple methods, that is weight and the ratio of your waist onto your thighs. That should be less than 0.95, preferably as low as 0.9. Then there are the hidden factors about how healthy a person is at the cellular level, such as your vitamin D levels, homocysteine levels, and your essential fatty acids. These should be optimized. Vitamin D should be above 125 nanomoles per litre. Easily enhanced if it's under that by taking a vitamin D pill every day. 4,000 international units a day is probably enough. Homocysteine, general indication of how healthy you are inside your body. If this is above 6, you're not doing too well. There are various easy ways to bring it down to 6 or below. Such as vitamin B2, B6, B12, zinc, magnesium, and TMG, and betaine. If you take these, it will reduce your homocysteine levels. Then on the essential fatty acids. In this broad spectrum, there are two in particular which are known by the abbreviations AA and EPA. The ratio of the AA to EPA should be between 1.5 and 3. If it's outside those levels, and generally it is for most people, you then supplement with pure fish oil. That will bring it into that range. If all of these three parts are attended to, you'll bring all your cells into a healthy range and they will work well. Clearly the cancer is working at a cellular level, and this is caused by generally a faulty RNA which is brought about by the actual skin of the cell not being right, as well as invasion into the RNA itself inside the cell. The essential fatty acids and the vitamin Ds and so on, they improve the cell skin and the inner workings of the cell and help the body to overcome cancer. If the cancer's advanced, and it generally is, that will help any treatment you have as well, such as chemotherapy or radiation or even surgery. If you're healthy, you will overcome the side effects of these various treatments, which are heavy on one's body. If you're not so healthy, you won't do so well. On top of this, you need to be eating well. That is, lots of fresh fruit and vegetables, not so much red meat, fish instead of meat, and other things allied to that, such as not so much dairy, and also juicing. Veggie juicing is very good. That is where you put in things such as say broccoli and cauliflower and Brussels sprouts, some apple, some pineapple, some carrot and some beetroot, and you put it through a processor and drink that juice, probably once a day. If you're very bad, then maybe twice a day. Okay, why should you believe anything I've just told you? I was diagnosed 4 years ago with terminal bladder cancer and given a few weeks to 1 year to live. That was told me by 3 experts, that is the urologist and a pair of oncologists. They were wrong, and I think the reason they were wrong, although they were very expert, is because they didn't take account how healthy I was. I've always taken care of myself, and so I was able to cope much better with all their treatments. First off, I had the tumour removed. That wasn't too bad, but then I had chemo, which initially I was told wouldn't help me, and then I found out 5% chance. That was pretty heavy, but I came through it quite well and went into remission. Since then, I've had my cancerousness going up and down, up and down. And that comes to my next important point. You need feedback as to how you are going. You need to change your lifestyle, but you need to know, is it making any difference? So you have to measure yourself. You measure it the various ways, such as there are cancer markers. I take mine every month and see whether it's improved or not. There is the measurements of your healthiness, which I've already mentioned, how much exercise you're doing, how heavy you are, how much fat you've got, what your vitamin D levels, homocysteine levels, and so on. There's also the biochemical markers, such as, say, your lymphocytes and your neutrophils and so on. These are done by the GP. So you measure yourself every month, you look at the things which are not so well as they should be, and you take action to improve them. Then you measure them again after a month or so and see whether you have improved or not. If you've not, you have to do more of the things that you've started doing. If you are okay on any of the levels, you can ease off them. If you do all these things, you yourself, in managing your lifestyle, will enhance your life survival, and you will live longer than the average with your personal cancer. That's all. Thank you and good luck. Bye bye.